welcome to the channel. My name is Georgia and today I'm going to be watching episode 7 of Only Friends. Last episode, the main thing that I remember from it is that it was Mew's birthday and Ray earlier on in the episode had found out about Boston and Top from Sand. Sand told Ray about it, which was like perhaps the most problematic thing that Sand has done. He told Ray that Boston and Top had slept together. Ray confronted Boston about it and he didn't even say he was sorry. Ray ended up telling Mew, which was such a massive plot twist, like that bait and switch where it didn't look like he told him and then in actuality he had told him. But it's kind of heartbreaking to see that reveal after what happened with Ray at the party, where he just went off on everyone. He exposed everyone's secrets except for that one, and he kind of tore everyone down. And I saw it more of like, almost like he's reached a new low and he wanted everyone to hate him in that moment so that he could kill himself. I don't know, I read that really dark and deeply, and I don't know if he's going to go off on some kind of bender. We know he drove off when he was completely inebriated and high, and thankfully Sand followed him, so hopefully Sand can prevent anyone's deaths. It must have been really hard from Ray's point of view that he told Mew that, and then we don't actually know what Mew said afterwards, what his reaction was, but he just knows that he spent the rest of the night with Top at the party and it didn't really seem like he was going to do anything about it. And then Mew punched him as well, so that's like the final nail in the coffin. Like, from Ray's point of view, what does Top have to do in order for Mew to leave him? But I think Mew punched him because he wanted to have that moment revealing it to Top, because it was his information or his hurt and despair and heartbreak to confront him about. It wasn't Ray's place to do it so publicly, and Mew did it in such an iconic way. It was better off that it happened that way. The punch might have been a bit unnecessary. He perhaps could have dragged Ray outside or something like that, but what's done is done now. I'm just happy everything is out in the open. It's quite incredible how addiction can... I was about to say how it can give you such little regard for others' lives, and especially your own life. Like, there's a reason that most addicts end up depressed. I think I might have been right. It was a way to push everyone away before trying to kill himself again. Unless he swerved to miss a cat or something, but doubt it. And Sand will be able to see that that was on purpose. YOLO, the way it pans to that after he's just crashed into a wall.
ดีนะคะที่ไม่มีอะไรแตกหักแต่ที่ยังขยับตัวยากในช่วงนี้คาดว่าน่าจะเพราะไหล่ร้าวนะคะ
I guess it's time for Sand to become his emergency contact. He saved him this time.
คุ้มไหมเนี่ยขับรถไปชนรักอ่ะแล้วมึงจะให้กูทำไงวะให้กูนั่งจับแขนมึงร้องห่มร้องไห้เป็นหนังโรแมนติกปะ
That would be nice.
กูก็ต้องพูดเหรอวะ
He could have killed someone else who didn't deserve it.
นี่ดีนะที่มึงเจ็บแค่ตัวเองนะถ้ามึงชนคนตายขึ้นมามึงกลายเป็นฆาตกรเลยนะเว้ยรักตัวเองว่าเหอะมึงอะ
กูขอบใจมึงมากนะที่ช่วยชีวิตกูไว้อะถ้าไม่ได้มึงกูคงถูกทิ้งให้นอนตายในรถแล้วมั้ง
ไม่เป็นไรมึงกูไม่ได้เก็บกู้อยู่แล้วป่าวะแต่เราเจอกันครั้งแรกแล้วนี่
That feels so tainted now.
ขอโทษนะเรื่องมิวเพราะกูไม่อยากแก้แค้นให้ท็อปแล้วก็ส่งคลิปเสียงให้มึงอะ
ไม่ใช่ความผิดมึงเลย
They all needed to know, but Sand did do it out of his own selfishness and not for Mew's feelings whatsoever. Gosh, is that his father?
กินเหล้าตอนขับรถแกรู้ไหมว่าตำรวจเนี่ยเขาเจอขวดเหล้าในรถแกด้วยอ่ะนี่พ่อต้องคุยกับตำรวจแล้วไหนจะเรื่องรถอีก
คือพ่อตายแล้วพ่อเป็นห่วงรถเหรอ
เตือนก็แล้วไอ้เรื่องเมาแล้วขับเนี่ยต้องถูกปรับต้องขึ้นศาล
That's probably a good thing in the long run.
จะได้หักดิบเลิกเหล้าไปด้วยเลย
And jail isn't what he needs.
พ่อก็ยุ่งจะตายห่ายังต้องมาช่วยจัดการโน่นนี่แก
He treats him like he's a burden.
พ่อทำกับแม่แล้วเขากินเหล้าจนตายอ่ะพ่อจะได้หมดภาระกี่คนไง
Oh, it all stems from that. You would think if his wife died of alcoholism, he would see the signs in his son and want to do something to help him, rather than threatening him with jail.
ช่วยพ่ออะไรอย่างหนึ่งได้ไหม
เหมือนกันได้ไงวะ มันไม่เห็นว่ามึงเป็นเพื่อนเลยเหรอ
She's always stand top. I hope she says some bad words about him.
เอาไว้เรามันเป็นคนดีคือจริงๆเนี่ยกูก็ดูออกแหละว่ามันเป็นเพลย์บอยอะแต่นี่มันก็โหดเกินไปปะวะ
เราแม่งก็แสดงแต่ด้านดีๆปะด้านที่เฮี้ยไม่เอาเก็บเอาไว้
And the most evil of people are the best at playing
พ
good.
ยายามที่จะแฉพวกมั
I
นใช่
don't
ปะ
think Top is evil though.
อย่าไปขอโทษแม่งเหมือนกัน ไม่รับว่ะผมเมาว่าหลับอยู่อะ
Go check on him then.
วันนี้มึงคุยกับไอ้ตันยังให้กูจัดการใช่ไหมเฮียทำไมทำกับเพื่อนแบบนี้วะโคตรเฮงซวยเลย คนเฮียอะไรวะเนี่ยไม่น่าเกิดไม่ได้เลย สันดานแม่งอย่างเงี้ย
I do want to see her go off on him though, because I've been waiting for someone to.
ไม่ทำอะไรเลยว่างั้น มึงเลิกเป็นคนดีดิ
จะดีกว่าคนเฮี้ยกูต้องเฮี้ยได้เท่ามันเลย
ไอ้เฮียตั้น
Top's the one that's gonna have a go at him. The person that has the least right to, really.
กูเลิกตืมแล้วนะท็อป มึงก็เป็นคนบอกเองว่ามึงไม่เอากูแล้ว มึงก็เลยบอกมิวทุกอย่างเหรอ น่าจะเป็นเอเลมากกว่า
เอเลมันจะรู้เรื่องนี้ได้ยังไง ก็คลิปเสียงมันมาจากในรถมึง
คลิปอะไรของมึงวะ
Oh, does he not know about the clip? You've only got to put two and two together to know who it was.
มึงทำอย่างนั้นทำไมวะ ฮะ เอเลไม่เคยขึ้นรถกูด้วยซ้ำถ้างั้นใคร มึงพาใครไปเอาในรถอีก
อยากให้มึงกับกูอะได้กัน
That's the question that gives you the answer. We know how much Boston isn't down for people filming him. It's not still there, is it? He hasn't taken it out since. His top says make love, not war. That is the antithesis of Boston.
มึงดักฟังกูทำไม
And that's cool as well. It looks like he's got a chessboard on his back as well. The whole show kind of has been like he's been the I'm not gonna act like I know chess, but it's like he uses everyone as pawns in his games. He's been the winner so far. He's kind of got everything that he wanted, and he's ruined everyone because he's had the power to do that. I'd love to know how they go about finding these kind of outfits to represent characters and scenes and stuff, because I think it's so clever.
คือกูถามว่ามึงดักฟังกูทำไม กูแค่อยากรู้ว่า มึงกับไอ้ท็อปยังคบกันอยู่หรือเปล่าอะ
Oh god, he's getting upset.
มึงเลยอัดคลิปแบล็กเมลไปให้
He
เขา
knows the repercussions this is gonna have.
ไม่บอกไอเลใช่ไหม
No.
ตอนนี้ทุกคนรู้กันหมดแล้ว เพื่อนกูเขาเกลียดกูกันหมดแล้วกูไม่ได้บอกไอเลนะเว้ยแล้วเลมันรู้ได้ไง
He told Sand.
เสือกอะไรวะ มันเกี่ยวอะไรกับมึง มึงก็เป็นคนเริ่มเรื่องนี้ทั้งหมด เรื่องกูไอ้ท็อปจะไม่มีใครรู้แล้วอะแต่พวกสันดานสต็อกเกอร์อย่างมึงไง
You ruined it yourself. Don't you dare blame him for that.
กูรักมึงอะตั้น
Oh. This is gonna get a bit
ตั้นกูรัก
depressing
มึง กู
now.
ไม่ทำแบบนั้นอยู่แล้วอะกูจะทำอะไรมึงทำไมวะ กูแค่อยากให้มึงรักกูคนเดียว
You were never on the same page.
รักมึงคนเดียวเหรอ กูไม่เคยรักมึง มึงเสือกติดใจกูเอง
I so don't want them to end up together. Things like this are good for Nick though, because I don't think Boston will ever love him, even though he said last episode that he wants a normal love. I didn't quite believe his words. I think he's just saying that because he's surrounded by couples at the moment.
เราขอเข้าไปได้ไหมมิว
If the first thing you say is I'm sorry,
เราขอโทษนะ
that's not enough.
เรารู้ว่าสิ่งที่เราทำมันผิด แต่เราก็เราอยากให้มิวให้โอกาสเรา
You do have to suffer for a bit first.
ขอโทษ
I'm not completely opposed to them getting back together because I believe Top truly does love him. now. However, I do want them to be apart for a bit. Like, if he accepts him back straight away, that's ridiculous. He does have to suffer for a bit and also let Mew wallow. It's his first love and he's just been cheated on. He gave you his virginity and you cheated with his best friend. It's not something you get over easily. So I would like to see them apart for a few episodes at the very least if they're going to end up together. What I don't want more is for Mew and Boston to be friends, because I think the friendship group as a whole is so toxic and bad for each other, and in all honesty I'm rooting for them all to not be friends at the end. Mainly Mew and Boston just cannot be friends after this. You can't forgive something like that. I would never ever forgive my friend for doing that.
โทษอะท็อปก็ตอนนี้เรามองหน้าท็อปแล้วมีหน้าอีกอันเข้ามาทำไมถึงทำแบบนี้วางแผนกับมันใช่ปะ
He thought you'd had sex with Ray, which is so ridiculous.
ไอ้ตั้นบอกเราเรื่องเลเราก็บอกท็อปทุกอย่างแล้วปะมีอะไรอีกอะไอ้ตั้นมันส่งรูปมิวจูบเลแถมยังมีคลิปอีกแล้วก็บอกเราว่า
Boston is just as bad. I forget about that. He literally did it to someone else and then he has the gall to cut people out of his life who do it to him. It's fucked up either way and people should not be doing that kind of stuff, but he literally did it to his friends and used it to his advantage. So the double standards is so hypocritical.
มิวจะเอากับมันหรือเปล่าอะ เราแค่อยากรู้ว่าต้องทำยังไงถึงจะให้โอกาสเรา
You only don't care because you did something worse.
เราบอกแล้วว่าเราไม่ได้เอาเราแค่จูบมึงแค่ครั้งเดียวอะให้พูดไปครั้งที่100ปะ
And it was 2 years ago.
ไม่ได้บอกกับเพื่อนแล้วก็ไปโยกกันในรถอะแต่วันนี้ไม่เคยไว้ใจกันเลยใช่ปะเราเชื่อมิวทุกอย่างเรารักมิวมากนะ
Top, you're kind of failing in this conversation.
ทำไมคำว่ารักของท็อปมันทำเราเจ็บเหี้ยๆอย่างนี้วะ
Oh, it do be like that.
ถ้าเราผ่านเรื่องนี้ไปด้วยกันได้อะเราสัญญานะว่าเราจะเป็นคนที่ดีขึ้นอะดีของเราดิ
It's hard to remember those because I feel like every time you think about the good moments, the memory of what they did just overshadows it all. I kind of love that from him.
เราไม่อยากจำมันแล้วอะ
Okay, don't burn the apartment down. That's top spear.
เราทำให้มิวกลับมารักเราให้ได้
That's a better thing for him to do. If he doesn't sleep with anyone else in the time they're not together, that shows that you do truly love him.
น้ำผลไม้
ไม่เห็นอร่อยเลย
Or it doesn't have the burn that a whiskey has.
แต่ก็ขอบใจมึงนะที่มาหากูอะแขนเจ็บแบบนี้ทำอะไรโคตรลำบากเลย
None of his friends checked up on him. This is what I
ก็พ
mean.
ยาบาลเขาไม่ได้สปอยกูใช่ไหม
Shuam said, I want to apologise to him, and Mew said he tried calling and he didn't pick up. He's probably drunk and passed out somewhere. Mew, I know you've got stuff going on right now, but you know Ray has suicidal tendencies. If he's been MIA and you think he might be drunk somewhere, like, do you not want to check?
กูแค่เจ็บแขนเองนะเว้ยไม่เห็นจะเกี่ยวกับสุขภาพข้างในเลย
เกี่ยวดิก็ร่างกายมึงอ่อนแอไงมันต้องดูแลทั้งคู่
Drinking worsens both your physical and mental health. This is for the best. I've never had a cast before. Do you leave that on in the shower or take it off? God, the seatbelt! Are you shaving dry?
คืนนี้กูไม่นอนนี่นะกูต้องกลับไปแพ็คเหล้าอ่ะ
กูคืนนึงไม่ได้เหรอ
ไม่ได้
ไม่ชอบมีแต่คนหาว่ากูติดเหล้าอะกูไม่ได้ติดเปล่าวะกูแค่อยากกินตอนที่กูอยากอะ
Which is all the time.
กูเครียดไงมึงไม่ได้เป็นกูไม่เข้าใจหรอกดูพ่อกูดิขนาดกูเจ็บแบบเนี้ยเขายังให้ไปบำบัดอยู่เลย
Oh, he's telling him to do that. Well, then he is right.
คือชีวิตกูตอนนั้นจริงๆมันก็โอเคอยู่แล้วนะมึงครอบครัวที่มีความสุขมันก็ไม่ต้องเป็นพ่อแม่ลูกป่ะ
พ่อของมึงอยู่ไงลงมาแช่น้ำกันดีแช่น้ำชิวๆ
I love that top is a recurring item. Now tell me you're gonna actually put water in the bath. Ray always looks at sand like he's under a microscope. That was the most roundabout way to have a bath that I have ever seen.
ก็กะบอกตอนออกโรงพยาบาลนี่แหละ
แล้วมันเป็นห่วงมากกว่าเดิมไหมเนี่ย มีอะไรทำไมไม่นึกถึงพวกกู
Why didn't you go to check on him when you thought there might be a problem?
กูโกรธมึงเรื่องที่มึงแฉกูเรื่องพิวแต่กูก็เข้าใจมึงนะว่ามึงพยายามที่จะช่วยมิวอ่ะ
กูเลิกกับท็อปแล้วนะ
Sorry for punching you.
กูขอโทษนะเว้ยที่ต่อยมึงอะวันนั้นกูคิดแค่ว่ากูต้องจัดการเองอะกูว่าแม่งแย่กว่าโดนแฟนเราทิ้งอีกนะเว้ยกูโดนหลอกให้รักไงก็ไม่รู้ว่ะ
He just had sex with him as well. Like, he held out for a while.
แต่ยังไงมึงก็ยังมีกูอยู่ตรงนี้นะเว้ย
ใจมากเว้ย
Perhaps it's his turn to be there for him this time.
ชื่อตั้น
That is the first thing everyone says when he walks into a room. I love it so much.
เห็นเพื่อนแกหักกูก็ต้องมาเยี่ยมป่าวะ
Oh,
แต่มึงไม่
fuck
แคร์เพื่อน
off.
ไม่หรอวะนี่สันดานมึงเลยนะ
พวกมึงด่าแล้ว มึงอยากด่าอะไรกูก็เชิญด่าให้จบมาด่ามา
Oh, I hate the attitude.
มึงจะได้ระบายไง
มึงคิดจะขอโทษมันสักคำไหมไอ้ตั้น
Yeah.
มึงเลิกเล่นบทเพื่อนแสนดีเฉยไอเลรองับเชิดตั้ง
He just shit staring to the very end, isn't he?
กูขอโทษกูไม่ได้ตั้งใจกูเผลอมึงอย่ามาโยกความผิดให้กูคนเดียว อีกอย่างหนึ่งนะเว้ย กูได้กับไอ้ท็อปก่อนที่มันจะได้กับมึงซะอีก
That's not the issue here.
จะดีแล้วเนี่ย ไอ้ท็อปเขาเลิกกูก่อนนะ มึงมาทีหลัง
We get it, Boston. You're sexy, but you're not nice.
เชี่ยตันไอ้สัตว์ไอ้มิวไอ้มิว
No.
ไอ้มิวตายได้ไงคนอย่างมึงอะตายได้พอดี
ไอ้ตั้นมึงกลับไปอย่างนี้เลยนะ ถ้ามึงยังไม่สำนึกเนี่ย มึงไม่ต้องกลับมาหาพวกกูอีก
มึงขโมยคลิปเสียงไอ้ตั้นไปให้เลใช่ปะไอ้ตั้นมันมาด่ากูที่ร้าน
The way everyone had a part in it is insane.
ทำลายความสุขกูอะไอ้ตั้นมันเกลียดกูไปแล้วอะ
โทษมึงจริงๆเว้ย กูรู้สึกผิดจริงๆ แต่เรื่องไอ้ตั้นอ่ะ มันเฮี้ยขนาดนั้นมึงจะแทงทำเฮี้ยอะไรวะ
You're better off being free of him.
กูรักมัน
Ugh.
กูรักมันอ่ะต้องเป็นที่หนึ่งก็ได้อ่ะ แต่มันต้องไม่เกลียดกู
You deserve so much better than that.
กูโคตรเข้าใจมึงเลยนี่หว่า
Oh.
รักมึงแล้วมึง
Oh, I don't think he was. He's so broken. That is so freaky. I hate that. What's his thought process? God, the way he's dressing now.
เราสองคนน่ะ มันเป็นเหยื่อนะ มันต้องได้รับบทเรียนบ้างนะ อย่าไปเป็นของตายของมันดีวะ พอจะมีอะไรที่ทำร้ายมันได้บ้างไหมอะเพราะคนอย่างมันน่ะ ไม่แคร์ใครอยู่แล้ว
Do you actually want to hurt him though, Nick?
จริงๆก็ไม่อยู่เรื่องหนึ่งอะที่บอตันไปเอาแล้วเขาถ่ายคลิปมันไว้อะ
Wow, I didn't think Nick would do something like that. Because that's not going to make him love him, is it?
โทษทีครับ
ไม่เป็นไรครับ นิดเดียว
You becoming the pursuer. Can we believe we've reached this point?
อยากถ่ายคลิปเราด้วยปะเราขอดูคลิปคนอื่นก่อนได้ไหมอะอยากรู้ว่ามุมกล้องมันเป็นยังไงอะ
God, Miu's whole posture has completely changed.
ถ้าแบบนี้ได้ปะ
โอเคเลย
He has loads though. How's he gonna find Boston's one?
อาบน้ำก่อนได้ไหมอะ
ทำไมอะตัวเราเหม็นขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอ
Miu's got the charm. This guy is thirsty if he's pulling all these stunts. Oh, there he is. And his face is in it as well. His face is so in it.
ไอ้นี่ทำอะไรอ่ะ
นี่มึงขโมยคลิปกูเหรอ
กูก็แค่มาเอาคลิปที่มึงแอบถ่ายเพื่อนกูอะ
แอบถ่าย กูไม่เคยแอบถ่ายใครทั้งนั้น
Oh, you liar.
แล้วไอ้บอสตันน่ะ มันยอมมึงด้วยเหรอ ทำไมยังมีอยู่อะกูแจ้งตำรวจจับได้เลยนะ
I hope Miu doesn't release it though, because then it's just as bad. I'm scared. What are you gonna do with it? No.
มึงไปเอาคลิปมาได้ยังไง มันบอกดีลิทไปหมดแล้วไม่ใช่เหรอ
มันบอกมึงงั้นเหรอ
You can't trust people like that. If they film you without your consent, they're not just gonna delete it because you ask.
เพราะกูไม่รู้เรื่องส่วนตัวของกู ถ้าคลิปนี้หลุดออกไปอ่ะ เขาจะเสียหาย มึงอย่าทำเลยนะเว้ยเห็นกับความเป็นเพื่อนของเราเหอะนะมิว
Oh, don't use that as your bargaining chip. That means nothing. But just don't do it to his dad. He doesn't
มึง
deserve
พูด
it.
เพื่อนเหรอ ตอนที่มากับท็อปอะมึงเคยเห็นกูเป็นเพื่อนปะ
Yeah, Top and Boston have very much failed their conversations with me this episode. They both said the absolute wrong thing.
ถึงกูจะเกลียดมึงแค่ไหนนะ กูก็ไม่ทำหรอก ที่ทางหักหลังเพื่อนแบบที่มึงทำเว้ย เท่ากับกูลดตัวไปเป็นคนเหี้ยเหมือนมึงไง
Exactly. Oof. Mew is serving this up.
พอดีกูไม่ชอบที่ดีไซน์ไว้อะว่ามันดูปลอมอะ
ได้ดิ กูมีเพื่อนออกแบบเยอะแยะเลยอะใจได้ดีกว่า
กูเป็นแฟนมิว กูมีสิทธิ์ง้อ
Oh, you're not his boyfriend anymore.
โสดคู่ไม่ใช่เหรอ
Ray, come on. The fact, oh my god, the fact that that didn't stop them, but also lol.
ก็ผลกรรมจากที่กูเคยต่อยมึงงานมันเกิดกูไง
True.
แต่ก็ดีนะเว้ย
เพื่อนกันอะมันก็ต้องดูแลกันดีวะ
แค่เพื่อนจริงดิ
Only friends, they said the title. Oh wait, no, but I don't know what that implies.
เป็นมากกว่าเพื่อนไม่ได้อะกูทำอะไรผิดวะ
แต่คนมันไม่ใช่ไงมึง
ก็ที่มันไม่ใช่อ่ะพวกมึงไม่เคยให้โอกาสหรือเปล่า
จะเห็นค่าของคนที่อยู่ใกล้ตัวก็ ตอนนี้มันสายไปแล้วอะ
Oh, what is happening?
มันอยู่ที่มึงแล้วว่าจะเปิดใจให้กูหรือเปล่า
บางทีคนที่กูควรจะรักอะอาจเป็นมึงก็ได้นะ
No! Ray is just a rebound now, and he's gonna take the chance because it's what he's wanted for so long. Oh. What the hell? I never would have expected that. Oh god. Oh no, that is sick. Oh no. Poor San. Oh my god. How heartbreaking. He was the one that was there for him this time, and yet it's still Mew for Ray. What Mew said about realizing, well, what was the specific quote?
คนที่กูควรจะ
Ugh, not that one. We know the worth of someone close only when it's too late. San's gonna draw himself back now. When Ray wants him to come over and help him with his shaving or help him with his showers or whatever thing he calls him in for because he goes to him all the time, San's not gonna do it because you've broken his heart again. Oh, it's just a parallel to the end of episode 5 when he found out that Mew liked Ray. He drew himself back and then he pulled himself back in. And now he's got to draw himself back again because they're together.
ถ้ามันรักมิวจริงนะมันคงไม่พามิวทำเรื่องไม่ดีหรอก
So Mew takes a downward turn. The Ray effect. I don't know who that is that he's trying to kiss. I thought it might be Nick. But then I realised that Nick is wearing a completely different outfit. Whereas that person is slaying a Freddie Mercury look. So it's Halloween. Ooh, it's Halloween tomorrow in real time.
กูจะรู้สึกกับใครสักกี่คนน่ะมันก็เรื่องของกูเหรอวะ
กูไม่ใช่ตัวสำรอง
I disagree with that. Unless you're in an open relationship, then I guess, but I don't think you are. You're getting, Ray, oh, you're getting what you wanted. You wanted Mew, but you still want Sand. You can't have your cake and eat it.
อยู่ในความสงบไอ้เจ้าที่ตำรวจ
แน่ใจนะว่ามีใครเล่นยาไอ้เชี่ยนี่
Oh, well, that episode took a turn that I absolutely did not expect. I never would have thought that Ray and Mew would end up being a thing. And it's going to end in disaster. Mew doesn't love Ray like that, and he's known all along. that he's never going to. And when he was in his right mind and he hadn't been in love before, he never crossed that line because he knew it wouldn't work out. Now, because he's had his heart broken, he's kind of entering into his selfish era, and he's doing it to make himself feel better because Ray wants him and it'll make him feel good for a bit, having someone touching him to dance with, someone that loves him unconditionally. That will be a self-esteem boost for him after just being betrayed by his friend and his boyfriend and having his heart broken. But in a way, he's betraying Ray because he won't ever love him. Ray's been in love with him for so long. It's harsh to play with his feelings like that. However, Ray isn't doing himself any favours because in the preview he's still chasing Sand. These guys, they did not lead their lives well. Sand is trying to move on with someone else and Ray's there getting in the middle, saying that he can love two people at the same time or be with whoever he wants. Like, Ray can't play with Sand's feelings either. It's kind of like a similar situation, it seems. And oh, this hurts so much now after that Sand and Nick conversation when Nick was saying how he doesn't have to be Boston's number one, he just can't hate him. And Sand said, I know your pain all too well. Now he knows it all too well, 10-minute version. It just gets worse and worse. However, I really did like Mew's confrontational scenes. I think that he ended up on the better side of all of them. Top and Boston both said the completely wrong things. They tried to use their relationship with Mew in order to get him to forgive them or not release Boston's video in his case. Using that is not the right thing to say right now when you've tarnished it. Hello, Boston, you cannot use your friendship with him against him when you've ruined the friendship. You completely betrayed it. And the same with Top, he can't use their feelings for each other when he is the one that ruined everything. They took L's there. Top took loads of L's. Both Top and Boston seem to have ended up in the shitter today. Well, to be fair, a lot of people did. But Top and Boston have lost everything, really. Like, Boston got rid of Nick, he's strained with his friends, he got blackmailed, he knows his videos are still out there, and Top lost his place in the hostel, lost Mew, won't be in the friendship group anymore. Nick lost Boston, which was all he really had and wanted, and Sand, well, he never really had Ray, but he's lost him anyway. He's lost his 25th hour yet again. And Ray's won what he really wanted, or what he thinks he wants. Who was there for him? Who's been there for him lately? Not Mew. Man, oh, pain. Things are certainly heating up and more arguments are coming into play. And I think arguments are needed for the things these characters do. I like that Nick also felt betrayed by Sand because he did kind of betray him too, but it wasn't a big enough betrayal for their friendship to end or for him to actually move out. He comforted him when he broke down, and that is what he needs. He needs someone there for him while he's going through his heartbreak, and now they're going to be going through it together. I personally think that Boston and Nick are not meant to be. Unless Boston has a character development, which he still could, there's still time. I personally don't believe that he will change. I believe he could if he wanted to. Like, I feel like anyone can change if they really want to. I don't believe his words. I didn't believe them last episode. Maybe if he's not with Nick anymore, he'll realise he misses him and fall in love and all that stuff. The classic tropes. Last episode when he said he wanted to get serious and he's not satisfied with sleeping around anymore. I think he just said that in the moment. It's like if you're at someone's house and you see them eating a curry and you think, oh, I'd quite like a curry tonight. And then you go home and you just have something out of the freezer because it's quick and easy and low effort. It felt like that. Like, he sees everyone around him, so he thinks maybe I'd like that too. But I don't think he's that kind of guy. And I don't want him to be that kind of guy. I've said this all along. I don't want Boston to have the arc where he becomes a good person at the end. Because if this friendship group all ends up happily, I just don't think it's realistic at all. You can't forgive some things and that's okay. And some people aren't meant to be in a relationship and that's okay as well. Like, they're not 50-year-olds. They're in their early 20s. You don't have to settle down at that age. You can sleep around if you want, and I'd like Boston not to end up in a monogamous relationship with Nick, because I feel like that's changing him when he's never displayed wanting that. Besides last episode, I just think it's important to show that not everyone has to be in a relationship. There are different types of people in the world. I'd also quite like for someone or multiple people to end up happily single, because I feel like that's underrepresented as well. Not everyone wants a relationship in general, and I feel like these different types of people are important to show rather than just giving everyone a happy ending. I do love my happy endings, and in most shows I root for them, but in this show I don't really want that for everyone. And there's so many different characters and character dynamics. It wouldn't be a tragedy if these characters didn't end up together. I know shippers might be like, how dare you, you should have ended Force Book together or whatever, but I do think there is bigger weight in having a couple not end up together if they're not meant to be. Not saying that specifically for Top Mew. It could be Sand Ray at this point. Like, I mean, they're headed in the depths now. I just hope all three couples don't end up together, because I feel like that's so cliche, and if there's something this show is, it's not cliche. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching my reaction to episode 7 of Only Friends. If you want to watch my uncut reactions, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for episode 8. Bye!
I like 'em sweet but naughty, pimples on the cheeks, I bet you